economic disarray.
Please
And so
conclude.
yeah, that's it really. Thank you for all your points. We hope we've responded correctly. Thank you very much.
Thank you indeed. With that, we will move on to the last round of the open debate. We will begin the last round of the open debate with a point from the Committee on Culture and Education. Kurt, you are recognized.
Thank you for the recognition. I would like to congratulate you so far on the very thought out and insightful resolution, and applaud you for focusing on the impact on the regions. We have a question regarding to OC number 2 about investing in what you want to invest in, whether that be the private or the public energy projects or a combination between the two. Would you be able to just offer us some clarification for that OC and perhaps give an example? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for a very constructive point and also asking for an example in this case. Now with that, I would like to open the floor for a point from Sede. You are, oh no, we have a direct response actually, which is from the committee NV1. Does it relate directly to the point last made?
Yes, it does, I believe so.
Then you are recognized.
Thank you. I would like to build upon the point that my fellow delegate just made with regards to proposal number 2. I do appreciate the committee's ideas, but I'm worried about the approach that they've taken, because I feel like we don't need more research or more innovation into renewable energy. We know the answers. We have the answers. Solar power, wind power, hydroelectricity, geothermal energy. We have the answers, but we need to implement them. And we need to make them more financially accessible and widely available in areas that are heavily influenced by the fossil fuel industry. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I always like seeing a direct response to spice up the flow of the debate. With that, we will now move on to a point from Econ 2, after which we will return to Sede as originally planned. Econ 2, you are recognized.
Thank you. I wanted to ask, because I think all of your policy proposals are made under the assumption that the governments want to be, the local governments and the national governments will be cooperative with the just transition. And what if they don't? What if they don't want to transition, especially as it happens also with workers' unions? And yeah, what if the governments just don't want to transition? We can't really force them. Thank you.
Thank you. As promised, we will take a point from the Subcommittee on Security and Defense. Sede, you are recognized.
Thank you so much for the recognition. Pardon me if I'm asking a stupid question, but I would like to refer to policy proposal number 9. I don't really see how implementing cultural activities is relevant to helping in reemploying people. So if you could explain that to me, that would be great. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sede, for asking for some clarification on the link between cultural activities and employment. As we are having a very lively debate that also makes us run behind, we are going to keep it at that. Which means that we will now return to the proposing committee for a response to the open round of debate, after which we will see if there are any amendments and conclude the debate. But before we do that, Reggie, are you ready to respond to the rounds made in open debate? I see a raised hand. That means you're recognized.
Thank you for recognizing me. I would first of all like to say that there are no stupid questions regarding our topic. It is a topic full of controversy and difficulties, so there are no stupid questions. First, I would like to answer Colt. So you stated that what do we want to invest in? Do we want to invest in public or private energy projects? Well, we want to invest in both, because regions, they have different energy needs, and companies also have to transform. So what we're trying to do is get companies and governments to find the right form of energy for them, and that's why we would like to invest in both. Then we had a direct response from NV1. Thank you. You said that we didn't need more research and innovation for renewable energy, but I would like to note that there's a lot of controversy regarding nuclear energy, for example, and that other alternative energy sources like biomass may have different effects, and we just want to make sure that governments are feeling safe with the decisions they are making, because this transition is really difficult and people can be vulnerable. That is why we want to ensure that companies and governments have the best they can get. Then Econ 2 said, what if companies or governments don't want to transition? Well, the European Green Deal says that they do have to. We want to be a carbon neutral Europe by 2050, and that is why it is important that we have to transition. Furthermore, even Poland, one of the most polluting countries in Europe, stated that they will close mines by 2049, 49, sorry, confused with Dutch. And then last but not least, cities. Oh, okay, then I will conclude here. Thank you so much for all of your points.
Thank you very much, Reggie, for so succinctly addressing all the points in the last round of open debate. We will now take 5 minutes for Reggie to decide whether or not they want to make any amendments to their resolution before we move to the summation speech and the summation of the first round of open debate as well. So can we have some smooth jazz to kill the time in here while Reggie discusses their amendments? And I will also, just 1 second before the music starts, take this moment to thank everybody for their constructive and respectful contribution. It is my pleasure to announce that we have had 105 points in the open debate. And in addition to that, we've had so many direct responses that I can't even exactly count them this moment. But yeah, very active. Thank you so much, guys, for that. And with that, I will gladly hand the mic, the metaphorical mic maybe, over to Benjamino for some background music. Thank you very much.
Splash! Sorry, wrong music.
Was it though?
I don't know.
As much as I hate to interrupt this amazing music that we had to spend these past minutes or two, I do believe that Reggie has returned already. And please raise your hand once you are here. is complete. That means we are good to continue. Can the music please be stopped? Thank you very much. And with that, we are ready to continue the last debate of the day. And the next step is a summation speech from the Committee on Regional Development. Reggie, are you ready to deliver this speech? Reggie, you are recognized.
Okay. Thank you for the recognition. Can you hear me well? Okay. Dear Mr. Vice President, honorable members of the board, distinguished guests and fellow delegates, thank you for all the points mentioned in the discussion. Your input clearly demonstrates how important this topic is for you. For me, it's important on a personal level, as I come from the city of Gliwice in Silesia. For those who don't know, Silesia is a region in southern Poland which is very well known for the mining industry. There are 70,000 people working in this fossil fuels industry living in Silesia. Among these people, there are lots of my close friends and their beloved families. Despite the fact that the extraction of fossil fuels leads to unimaginable degradation of the environment, we cannot forget that their lives depend on how we approach this problem. We all know that the green transition is the only way of saving our planet. If we don't act accordingly, the world as we know it now will soon end. We all know that we need a bold change. And we want to be a part of this change. We want to be proud of being a part of it. However, we need a guarantee that our families working in the whole fossil fuel industry will not become unemployed, that we will not suffer from energy poverty, that cities in Silesia will not become ghost towns, and that the cultural heritage maintained by my ancestors will be preserved. We need to make sure that people affected by the green transition will not be left alone. Our resolution is such an assurance. I am sure that a just transition can happen without leaving anyone behind. In our resolution, we have presented various actions that can make a tangible difference. We are aware of the fact that the change won't be easy, but it is absolutely necessary for our climate, and our ideas make this change possible. Futures of hundreds of thousands of people from all around the world whose lives will be influenced by the transition depend on your choice. Therefore, I strongly encourage you, my dearest fellow delegates, to vote in favor of our resolution, as it is the only way for communities like mine to have a possibility for a sustainable future. Thank you.
Thank you, Reggie, for drawing our attention to both the rational and the emotional reasons why you believe that we should vote for your committee. With that, the vote for the resolution aim for the motion for a resolution from the Committee on Regional Development is live. Please submit your votes. You have 30 seconds. I see 30 votes, which is good, but not good enough yet. So people, please submit your last votes. While everybody is submitting their votes, I have a couple of fun statistics for you all. We have had 116 points today during the day, of which 25 were direct responses, which is very impressive. That is just a bit less than 5 on average per debate, especially considering how we needed a second or two to wake up during the first debate, where we only had 1 direct response. That is very impressive, 24 direct responses over the course of the last 5 debates. So a big shout out to everyone. In total, we had 128 different people speak. Of course, not all unique, but I see that the last completions are dropping in. We will cut it off here. And with 55 votes cast, I am now accessing the results. Oh, 56. So the vote on the resolution aim for the Committee on Regional Development, 49 votes in favor, 4 against, and 2 abstentions, which means that with overwhelming majority, the aims have passed, which means that we will now open the second round of voting. I'm also very happy to see that today, over the course of the different debates, there have been, every committee has made between 8 and 12 contributions during the open debate. Very good to see that every committee is actively participating. I see that we have 52 completions. If just the last few people could submit their votes, then we can move on to the final vote. I see 54 votes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the cutoff. It seems like we have a final vote, and it is my pleasure to announce that with 37 votes in favor, 16 against, and 3 abstentions, the motion for a resolution of the Committee on Regional Development has passed. Congratulations. And with that, it is my pleasure to hand the metaphorical mic back to Rebecca.
Thank you so much, Thanos. You lead the debates with such energy. I'm glad I don't have to follow you again because I wouldn't be able to keep up that level. So thank you everyone for this first day of GA. It's been really wonderful to listen to all of your opinions and hear all of your active involvement in all of the topics. So it's been quite a tiring day. I think we're all happy to take a little bit of a break. Also, we appreciate your patience as it's a new GA procedure, so it's also new for us. And we realize that each debate takes a bit longer than originally thought. So we really appreciate your patience with that. We also really appreciate that there's a bit more opportunity for both the proposing committee and the responding committees to comment on the resolution on the different parts. So we hope you enjoy that as much as we do. So the program is finished for today. The evening is free. Of course, there are media team activities. It was all posted before. So we really encourage you to check out everything the media team is doing and also just take a bit of chill time. If you want to hang out with your committee or hang out with other participants, you're also really welcome to do that. There's one final announcement that was left by Ilya from the international office. So not Ilya, the talented musician, who has been really bringing a lot of wonderful music to our amendment breaks. So Ilya from the office has posted something on the European Youth Poll. So while we're still in the policy mindset, if you can take about half an hour, maybe with a nice cup of tea to fill it out, it would be really, really appreciated. Are there any announcements from the media team or organizing team who'd like to add anything before we wrap up? So far, no, but in case there are, just keep your eyes open on Teams as well as on the announcements group on WhatsApp, but specifically on Teams, which is our preferred channel. And the schedule for today, for tomorrow, is correct in the resolution booklet. So we're starting at 10 a.m. We have 3 debates until lunch, and then we're starting again at 2:30, and we have 2 debates, and then a break, and then the closing ceremony. So with this, have a really lovely evening, rest your brains, look at the topic pieces for the debates tomorrow and the topic overviews. Everything is on the wonderful website, and see you tomorrow.